Hey guys, Frank Duffy coming back from Cressy Sports Performance in Hudson, Massachusetts. For this week's Move Better Monday, I wanted to show you how to regress the positions that we do our pails rails in, why we would do that, and then also give you some takeaway items for referring out to either an FR practitioner, manual therapist, physical therapist, someone that might be able to help you if you do have some actual restrictions going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a 90-90 position to show you two examples. So when I'm looking at someone in 90-90, we often want to look at external rotation of the front leg, internal rotation of the trail leg. If I see a restriction actively with either of those, what I'll do is I'll regress the movement by using either a full foam roller, half foam roller, depending on the restriction, and I'll put it under the trail leg of the knee to limit the amount of internal rotation needed in this position. Now, this is a great way to get someone that might have a bony block issues going on, like FAI, into a position where they could train it without cranking on the joint itself and causing that impingement, the symptoms of their impingement. So we can work through our pails rails here. Second thing we can do is, if there's no issue with that, I can lean back a little bit to close off the amount of hip flexion needed to get into that position. So there's going to be more hip flexion needed here than there's going to be needed here. Okay? So improving joint mobility is going to be important to figure out which position it works best for our client. The last thing I would do to show you is, if we're doing external rotation on the lead leg, I would take the block to the front side of the knee, again limiting the amount of external rotation needed here. Then we can work through pails rails, end range liftoffs, kinetic stretching, whatever we're going to do, just to shorten the range of motion a little bit so that we can get ourselves into a better position, which will lead to progress down the road. Now again, if you do have any type of mobility restriction, you should seek out a practitioner, whether it is a functional range release practitioner, a good manual therapist, a good physical therapist, someone that can help you figure out and assess what issues you have to ensure that you're making progress down the road.